Want to hear something awesome? Of course you do. How about hearing from hundreds of ex-Muslims in dozens of countries around the world? That's what we're about to do. And as we hear from ex-Muslims, we're going to mark the countries they're from on a map so we can see what the global map of apostasy looks like. Why are we doing this? Well, I was on Matt Fradd's podcast recently. We talked for over 3 hours. One of the things we talked about was the skyrocketing apostasy rates in Islam. But whenever I bring this up, I always see people in the comments asking, well, if so many Muslims are leaving Islam, why does it look like Islam is taking over entire cities in Europe? Why does it look like Islam is growing? Islam taking over in places like London is a completely different issue. Islam is growing globally because Muslims have higher birth rates than other groups. Muslim women and girls are married off at a younger age. They often have fewer opportunities for education or careers, and they end up having more babies than non-Muslim women. That's why the numbers are growing. Islam is expanding in the West due primarily to immigration. So, high birth rates and immigration. But those are separate issues from the apostasy rates, the numbers of Muslims who are leaving Islam and becoming Christians or atheists or agnostics or something else. 20 years ago, it was rare to hear from an ex-Muslim. Today, ex-Muslims are everywhere. Why? Because the apostasy rates are going through the roof. And Muslim leaders are in panic mode because they know that even though they still have the highest birth rates, their birth rates are declining while the apostasy rates are accelerating. Muslim leaders are doing the math. The math doesn't lie, and it spells disaster for Islam.
24% of Muslim youth are leaving Islam.
Previously, according to me, when a person from Saudi Arabia or from the Gulf country went to America or went to Western country, the chances that they would deviate from the deen would be maybe 1 or 2%. That's it. But nowadays, the chances are more than 25%.
And if we don't take constructive steps to deal with this, it is going to become an avalanche.
So, don't focus on where things are, focus on where things are heading.